Hello, my sacred soul family, and welcome to this episode of Soul Wise with me, Semele Sherry. And I can hardly believe it, I don't know about you, but we've got to the last month of the year. And so I'm sharing here today my spiritual guidance for December 2024. It covers the month beginning with the Sagittarius new moon on December the 1st, and that's at 6:24 a.m. in the UK. Every new lunar month, as you probably know by now, I draw one card from the Thoth Tarot to explore the key energy to navigate by during the coming 4 weeks. It sparks off my intuition and allows me to investigate what I think is most helpful for us to be focusing on during that month. And then I take a quick look at the astrology. This lunar month takes us almost up to the end of the solar month because the new moon happens on the 30th of December. So here we are. I'm calling this spiritual guidance for December, Find Peace in the Heart-Mind. And the card I've drawn for this month is the Two of Swords. This month is all about learning to manage yourself in times of conflict and difficulty. As a sword card, you're being advised to notice where you become bogged down in anxiety, hurt, and negative patterns of thinking. You could call this narrow-mindedness or a blinkered view of the world. It allows no room for movement and so makes any kind of resolution impossible. The beauty of the Two of Swords is that it asks you to lift your point of view up beyond that impasse to find a more open-minded, clearer perspective from which to see the truth of a situation. This involves activating the intelligence of the heart to blend with the wisdom and discernment of the higher mind, the mind of the soul. This opens up a channel of love and vital warmth that can shift your perspective to include different viewpoints. From this space, you're far more able to accept compromise and find a solution that addresses the good of all parties involved. The very best way I know how to do this is to practice regular meditation. And if you work with me or if you've listened to any of my podcasts before, you're probably bored by hearing that by now. But it is so true. Take time and space to sit with a problem, a hurt, or a worry. Allow it to be there in all its discomfort. That's really, really important, not to try and push it away or ignore it or make it a bad thing. Just allow it to be there. And then simply invite your heart to soften and your mind to open so that you can see things as they really are. It's interesting that for the last 6 weeks or so, I've been using the very beautiful Soft Heart, Open Mind meditation recorded by Richard Rudd, author of The Gene Keys. It takes you into this space of heart-mind so beautifully that rather than try to describe it further, I recommend you use that meditation yourself, and I'll put a link to the description, a link to that meditation in the description below the podcast or the YouTube video, depending where you're listening. So why not try adopting this daily practice over the next 4 weeks until December the 30th, which ends the lunar month? I guarantee you'll feel more relaxed, balanced, and at peace. If you've had a long-term knotty problem that has seemed like it's just impossible to get to the bottom of, a solution may miraculously appear. If you've been struggling with a relationship that's less than harmonious, then more understanding can blossom. It could lead to reconciliation or a clear realization that it's time to change a dynamic or even part ways. If you've been struggling to choose or decide between options that you have in front of you, you'll move towards authority and certainty about the right choice. Whatever arises from your contemplation, you'll feel a peace and rightness about it. You'll see the truth, and not just what your inner fears and inner child and all those past woundings is telling you. As you begin to discern more and more in this way, you develop trust in life, optimism, and an increasing freedom from fear. As you create inner peace for yourself, it's felt and responded to by others. And as a result, you'll probably notice less conflict, friction, and doubt arising in all your relationships. In this heart-mind space, you can find rest and recuperation from life's inevitable discord. I would love to see this enacted in the wider world. I sometimes visualize the leaders of the world coming together to follow a meditation similar to this, and then holding a talking circle. World peace might just be possible then. While this might be my pet fantasy for now, I do feel hopeful for future global developments though. Perhaps there could be a softening of the polarization that's currently so obvious. Maybe there's a dawning recognition of the "your thriving is my thriving" attitude that epitomizes the community-minded age of Aquarius. And we've recently just had Pluto move into Aquarius permanently. It had regressed back into Capricorn for a little while, but it's completely left that energy of the old structures now, the old top-down authoritarian structures. And it's going to be for the next, I think, around 24 years, I'm not exactly sure, but around that time, Pluto will be sitting in Aquarius. So bringing all that community-minded brotherhood of man, we're all connected energy that is so Aquarius. So although this card, the Two of Swords, has the subtitle peace, it doesn't promise that that peace will be present in your environment. In fact, it suggests by its nature there will be doubt and troubles to deal with. But it offers you a place to start, which is always within yourself. It reminds you that peace is an active choice. And so now looking at the astrology for December, the Sagittarius new moon on the 1st aligns with Mars in Leo and the nodal axis of the moon, which points to our collective future. So brave new potentials are opening up and beginning to manifest here. And we're being encouraged to step into horizons new and adventures that we've never experienced before. Mars, Mercury and Jupiter are all retrograde in the first half of the month, although Mercury goes direct again on the 15th. This suggests that decisions then could revolve around reconsidering and dismantling plans rather than making any constructive progress. The positioning of Jupiter and Saturn on the 24th points to the realms of media and information and the need to establish structured limits around this. It's likely to lay the foundation of responsibility and authority for some time to come. So you're advised to take steps to protect your personal information around that time of the 24th. So that's my guidance for December, and I'll keep it short for now. I think I will probably record a message around the winter solstice, perhaps, just as a final message as we say goodbye, begin to say goodbye and move towards the end of 2024. I'm not going to promise you that, but I would really like to do that and maybe share some inspiring writing to carry us through the end of the year as we prepare for the dawning of the next. So for now then, as always, I'm sending so much love and blessings as we walk together through this tumultuous, transformational time. It is exciting, as well as I do acknowledge that it can be scary and feel risky and very uncertain. But there is this underlying excitement and always the knowledge that we're going in the right direction. Whatever has to happen is happening. So just remember the presence of your soul family, as I do, brings me great encouragement. And for now, I'll say goodbye until next time.